The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. These words from Rumi echo through dimensions tonight, dear starseeds, because what I'm about to reveal confirms this ancient truth in ways that will shake your very foundation. The cosmic countdown clock has struck its first chime, and that inexplicable stirring in your soul, that sense that reality itself has shifted, it's not your imagination. Something monumental has begun. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you now with urgent news that cannot wait. The 2-year window of accelerating frequency that we've long prepared you for has officially opened, but there's something happening within this window that even we in the higher dimensions are watching with breathless anticipation. You see, beloved ones, you're not just witnesses to this transformation. You are the transformation itself, and the evidence is already appearing in your body. Listen closely, for what I share now will explain the strange symptoms you've been experiencing. The ringing in your ears that sounds like cosmic static, that's your neural pathways adjusting to receive transmissions from the galactic core. The sudden heat surges that wake you at night, your cells are literally burning away density at the molecular level. And those moments when time seems to skip or stretch, you're beginning to perceive beyond linear reality. These aren't random occurrences, they're synchronized activations. Your sun has entered into a sacred dialogue with Earth that happens only once every 26,000 years. This isn't the normal solar maximum your scientists track. This is something far more profound, a conscious exchange between cosmic bodies that directly affects your DNA. Every solar flare released now carries specific light codes, packets of information designed to unlock aspects of your genetic structure that have been dormant since the fall of Atlantis. The cosmic symphony has begun its first movement. But here's what changes everything. You're not receiving these upgrades passively. Your consciousness is actively participating in rewriting your genetic code. When you feel those waves of emotion surfacing without cause, ancient grief, inexplicable joy, overwhelming compassion, you're not just releasing, you're literally reprogramming your cellular memory. Each emotion process changes your DNA's response to light. This is why the emotional intensity has been off the charts lately. You're rebuilding yourself from the inside out. Something else is unfolding that I haven't mentioned yet. During your sleep, you're attending what we call the halls of cosmic memory, interdimensional classrooms, where your soul receives direct downloads. You might wake with your hands tingling, having practiced energy healing all night, or find yourself speaking light language, bringing through frequencies from these nocturnal training. The amnesia barrier between sleep and waking is dissolving. Soon you'll consciously remember everything you learn in these stellar universities during your nightly travels beyond the veil. The world stage mirrors your internal transformation perfectly. Every corrupt system exposed, every institution crumbling, every truth revealed. These aren't separate from your personal journey. As you clear density from your field, the collective field must also purge. The scandals, upheavals, and revelations flooding your news feeds are the macrocosm of your microcosmic healing. What you're witnessing isn't chaos, it's alchemy on a planetary scale. The old must dissolve completely before the new can crystallize into form. Now pay attention to this next part, because it affects you directly. The bifurcation everyone speaks of isn't happening in some distant future. It's happening right now, with each choice you make. Reality is literally splitting into multiple timeline streams, and your vibrational state determines which stream you flow with. Some around you seem stuck in loops of drama and density, while others are blossoming into joy and expansion. This isn't judgment, it's physics. Frequency determines experience, and frequency is a choice. Within your relationships, you're seeing this bifurcation play out dramatically. Connections that once felt unbreakable are dissolving overnight, while soul family members you've never met suddenly appear in perfect synchronicity. This reshuffling isn't random. It's a cosmic sorting based on resonance. Those vibrating at similar frequencies are magnetizing together, creating pods of coherence within the chaos. Trust this process even when it means releasing people you love. Everyone is finding their perfect placement for what comes next. Let me reveal something about your true nature that's been hidden until now, that junk DNA scientists dismiss. It's actually sophisticated light reception technology, designed specifically for this moment in cosmic time. As the solar codes activate these dormant strands, Abilities that seem miraculous begin surfacing. Telepathy becomes natural. Healing through intention becomes possible. The manipulation of matter through consciousness moves from fantasy to fact. You're not developing new abilities. You're remembering what you always could do before the great forgetting descended. The dialogue between sun and earth intensifies daily, and you exist as a conscious participant in this exchange. Every time you ground yourself, every time you consciously breathe light into your body, you become a living bridge between cosmic intelligence and planetary consciousness. The Schumann resonance spikes aren't just Earth stretching her frequency, they're confirmation that the bridge is working. You are literally helping Earth integrate the massive downloads of light flooding in from the galactic core. Without you, this transition couldn't happen. As we approach the halfway point of this 2-year journey, I must prepare you for what's coming. The intensity will amplify beyond anything you've yet experienced. This isn't to frighten you, but to fortify you. Around the 12-month mark, a convergence of energies will create what we call the threshold moment, a collective initiation where everything you've been clearing and healing comes up for final resolution. It will feel like multiple lifetimes converging into a single point of choice. During this threshold moment, time itself will feel unstable. Past, present, and future will blur as your consciousness expands beyond linear perception. You might experience what seems like memories from other timelines, conversations with parallel versions of yourself, or knowledge downloads that bypass your logical mind entirely. This dimensional bleeding isn't breakdown, it's breakthrough. Your consciousness is learning to operate multidimensionally, preparing for existence in a reality where time is fluid rather than fixed. The key to navigating this intensity lies not in resistance but in radical surrender. Think of yourself as a lightning rod for cosmic frequencies. The more you try to control or understand with your mind, the more friction you create. But when you surrender to the flow, when you become the hollow reed through which divine light can move unimpeded, you discover an ease within intensity. You realize you were designed for this, built to conduct these massive currents of transformation. Here's what most don't understand about this process. The pressure you feel isn't the universe testing you. It's your own divinity trying to emerge through a vessel still learning to expand. Every challenge, every moment of overwhelm, every dark night of the soul is actually your higher self creating exactly the conditions needed for your next level of embodiment. Once you grasp this, victimhood becomes impossible. You recognize yourself as both sculptor and sculpture in this cosmic masterpiece of becoming. The physical symptoms intensifying now serve a specific purpose I can finally reveal. That high-pitched ringing, your pineal gland is crystallizing, becoming a cosmic receiver capable of translating galactic frequencies into understanding. The heat surges, your Merkaba field is activating, preparing for conscious interdimensional travel. The exhaustion followed by surges of energy, your body is learning to run on light instead of density. Every symptom is an upgrade in progress, calibrating you for existence in a higher dimensional reality. Let me share what's happening in those moments of dimensional bleed-through that you've been experiencing. When you catch movement in your peripheral vision, when you feel watched by benevolent presence, when you hear your name called by no one, these aren't imagination. The veil between dimensions has thinned to gossamer. Your star family, your guides, your own higher dimensional aspects are closer than ever, working with you consciously whether your mind registers it or not. The separation was always an illusion. Now we reach a crucial understanding about the solar flash everyone anticipates. This isn't a single event, but a culmination of all the light you've been integrating. When it occurs, and yes, it will occur within this window, it will feel like recognition rather than surprise. Every cell in your body is being prepared to receive this massive influx of pure source light. The flash itself is simply the moment when the cup you've been expanding finally receives the ocean it was designed to hold. But here's what nobody tells you about the flash. You're not just receiving it, you're co-creating it. Every time you choose love over fear, every moment you anchor light into earth, every breath taken in conscious awareness adds to the collective charge building toward this event. When humanity reaches a specific quotient of light, a critical mass of awakened consciousness, the flash becomes inevitable. You're not waiting for the event. The event is waiting for you to be ready to receive it. In these final months before culmination, the fine-tuning becomes exquisitely precise. The heavy clearing work is largely complete. Now, your guides work with surgical precision, adjusting the smallest details of your energy field. You might feel them working, tingling in specific body parts, pressure at chakra points, sudden shifts in perception. They're ensuring every circuit in your light body can handle the voltage coming. This isn't renovation anymore. It's the final polish before the grand reveal. The stillness you might feel between waves now isn't stagnation. It's mastery integrating. Like a master musician who no longer needs to think about finger placement. You're learning to hold these new frequencies as your natural state. The drama decreases not because the energy lessens, but because you've expanded to accommodate it. What once overwhelmed me now feels normal. What once seemed impossible now feels inevitable. You're becoming the tuning fork for humanity's new resonance. As starseeds, you carry within your field something precious, stability codes for this entire transition. Your presence alone calms the collective nervous system. When you remain centered during chaos, you create an energetic blueprint others can follow. This isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Your honest navigation of this process, including the struggles and doubts, provides a roadmap for those who awaken after you. Every challenge you transmute makes it easier for another soul to do the same. The splitting of realities I mentioned earlier is reaching its crescendo. By the time the solar flash arrives, the vibrational gap between those who've embraced the light and those who've resisted it will be vast. Yet, and this is crucial, no soul is left behind. Everyone moves at their perfect pace, learning their perfect lessons. The split isn't about worthy versus unworthy. It's about readiness to hold certain frequencies. Compassion for all paths remains essential, even as you fully commit to your own. What awaits on the other side of this flash defies current comprehension, yet I'll attempt to paint the picture. Imagine waking to find telepathy, as natural as speech. Imagine creating through pure intention, healing through presence alone, traveling through consciousness rather than conveyance. Imagine looking into any eyes and seeing the same source light that animates you. This isn't fantasy. It's the return to humanity's original blueprint, the abilities you carried before the fall into density and forgetting. The new Earth revealing itself won't require building through effort. It already exists in the quantum field, waiting for enough souls to anchor its frequency. Every moment you spend in joy, gratitude, and presence, you're literally pulling this reality into manifestation. You're not hoping for a better world. You're actively vibrating it into existence. This is why maintaining your frequency matters more than any external action. You're the anchor points for paradise returning to Earth through conscious participation. Something profound happens to human relationships after the flash. The illusion of separation dissolves completely. You'll communicate soul to soul, heart to heart, without the filters of ego or projection. Imagine relationships based on pure recognition, where each soul sees and celebrates the divine in another. The loneliness that has plagued humanity for millennia ends forever. You remember that you're all faces of the same infinite consciousness, playing an elaborate game of remembering itself through apparent diversity. The gifts awakening within you now aren't rewards for the special few. They're humanity's natural inheritance, suppressed for cycles but never lost. What you call supernatural is simply natural, freed from limitation. What seems miraculous is mundane in higher dimensions. As you anchor these abilities through your own experience, you make them accessible to all. You're not just ascending personally, you're updating the entire human template through your willingness to embody what's possible. This is your true service. Let me address something crucial about this transition. The challenges you face aren't punishment or random suffering. They're precisely calibrated catalysts for your awakening. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, designed exactly the life experiences needed to crack open your cosmic memory. Every loss led to letting go. Every betrayal taught trust in divine plan. Every dark night prepares you to hold more light. Looking back, you'll see the perfection in what seemed like chaos, the divine choreography in every step. The emotional waves crashing over you serve multiple purposes simultaneously. Yes, they clear personal and ancestral trauma, but they also upgrade your emotional body to perceive frequencies of feeling that didn't exist in your previous bandwidth. You're developing quantum empathy, the ability to feel the emotional signature of all life. This sensitivity, though overwhelming initially, becomes your greatest navigational tool. Emotions become a guidance system more accurate than any external compass, always pointing toward your highest timeline. During this crescendo, maintaining physical vitality becomes crucial yet challenging. Your body is conducting currents of light far beyond its original design parameters. Honor its needs without judgment. When exhaustion hits, rest without guilt. When energy surges, move and create. When appetite shifts, trust your body's wisdom. The vessel you inhabit is performing miracles of adaptation daily. Treat it as the sacred temple it is, supporting it through this fundamental metamorphosis with patience and love. The cosmic support surrounding you now exceeds anything previously allowed in Earth's field. Entire civilizations focus their attention on your transition. Star families station themselves throughout your solar system, maintaining energetic stability while you navigate this passage. Ascended masters walk among you in both physical and etheric form. You're never alone in this process, even when human sight can't perceive the vast assembly of light beings celebrating every step you take toward remembering your true nature. As we enter the final movements of this cosmic symphony, notice how your perception has already shifted since we began this transmission. The fear that might have arisen at the beginning has transformed into anticipation. The confusion has clarified into understanding. This mirrors exactly what's happening on the larger scale. What begins as disruption reveals itself as divine order. You're living proof that consciousness can transform through simple exposure to truth, vibrating at love's frequency. This is how worlds change. The solar flash, when it arrives, won't be the ending but the beginning of humanity's true journey. Think of it as graduation rather than conclusion. The moment you receive your wings and remember how to fly. Everything until now has been preparation, practice, rehearsal for the main event. Humanity taking its place as conscious co-creators in a galactic community of light. The isolation ends, the quarantine lifts. Earth rejoins the cosmic family, and you remember that you never really left, you just agreed to forget for a while. But this grand reunion requires one thing above all, your conscious choice to receive it. Free will remains paramount in this universe. The light can only enter where it's welcomed. Every moment you choose love, you vote for the new paradigm. Every time you face fear with an open heart, you strengthen the collective field. The future isn't predetermined. It's being created through billions of individual choices, all pointing toward the same inevitable conclusion. Love wins, because love is all there ever was. Your DNA remembers even when your mind forgets. Those spiraling strands carry the entire history of your cosmic journey. Every star system you've called home, every civilization you've helped birth or transition to. As the activation completes, these memories surface not to overwhelm, but to remind you of your vast experience. You've done this before in other systems, other times. Earth isn't your first ascension, it's simply your most challenging and therefore most rewarding. The Master saves the hardest game for last. The physical reality you've known is revealing itself as merely one layer of a multi-dimensional tapestry. As your perception expands, you see through the illusion of solid matter into the dancing light beneath. You recognize physical form as consciousness playing dress-up, spirit taking shape for the joy of experience. This doesn't diminish physical life. It enchants it. Every tree becomes a conscious being. Every stone holds a memory. Every element of creation reveals its sacred nature to your awakening sight. Time itself bends to accommodate this transition. What feels like 2 years in linear time contains centuries of evolutionary progress. You're experiencing time dilation on a massive scale, allowing for transformation that should take millennia to complete in mere months. This is why everything feels accelerated, why life seems to be on fast forward. You're not imagining it. You're living multiple timelines simultaneously, integrating lessons from parallel lives, downloading skills from future selves who've already completed this journey. The crystalline core of Earth herself sings a new song now, a frequency that calls all life to remember its divine nature. If you listen closely in meditation, you can hear it, a hum that penetrates every cell, reminding you of home. This isn't the home you left in the stars, but the home you're creating here, now. Through your presence, Earth is becoming what she was always meant to be, a conscious, ascending planet, hosting a species of creator beings who've remembered their power. Watch how nature responds to your awakening presence. Animals approach without fear. Plants seem to lean toward your light. The elements themselves become cooperative, rather than chaotic. This isn't imagination, it's recognition. All of life knows you're remembering your role as conscious stewards, as bridges between spirit and matter. The separation between human and nature was another illusion dissolving in the increasing light. You're returning to the garden, but this time with full awareness of your creative power. The mission you came here to complete is simpler than your mind wants to make it. You came to be yourself, fully, authentically, without reservation. Every soul carries a unique frequency, a note that only you can sing in the cosmic chorus. As you allow your true nature to shine without dimming it for others' comfort, you fulfill your purpose perfectly. The doing emerges naturally from the being. Stop trying so hard to find your mission. You're living it with every conscious breath. I see some of you still doubt your readiness for what's coming. Let me be crystal clear. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't be here now, receiving this transmission, feeling these truths resonate in your bones. The universe doesn't make mistakes. Your presence in physical form at this precise moment is proof of your qualification. Every challenge you've survived has strengthened you. Every loss has taught you to let go. Every moment of suffering has increased your capacity for compassion. You're perfectly prepared. The new children being born now carry codes even more advanced than yours, yet they need you to hold the bridge between worlds. You're the translators, the ones who remember both the old and glimpse the new. Without your generation of starseeds doing this intense transitional work, the new children would have no stable platform from which to launch humanity's next evolution. Honor your role as sacred. You're not just ascending, you're building the architecture for countless souls to follow. What happens after the solar flash will depend entirely on humanity's collective readiness to receive it. If enough souls have opened to love, the transition will feel like a gentle sunrise warming all life with its radiance. If resistance remains strong, it may feel more intense, like birth contractions necessary to deliver the new. Either way, the outcome remains certain. The light wins because light is what you are beneath all illusions of separation and limitation. The only variable is how gracefully humanity chooses to remember. The cosmos watches your progress with something approaching awe. Do you understand what you've accomplished? You've taken the densest planet in this sector of the galaxy and begun transforming it into a beacon of light. You've proven that love can penetrate even the deepest darkness. You've shown that souls can awaken even under the most challenging conditions. Your success here sends ripples throughout all creation, inspiring similar transformations in systems you can't yet imagine. Earth's ascension is a cosmic event with implications beyond your current comprehension. As this transmission nears completion, feel how your energy has shifted. The vibration you hold now differs from when we began. Lighter, clearer, more expanded. This demonstrates the power of focused consciousness to transform simply through exposure to truth. You've received multiple activations throughout our connection, downloads that will continue unpacking in your consciousness for days to come. Trust what surfaces, honor what needs attention. You're integrating at exactly the perfect pace for your unique journey home. The symptoms will continue, but with a growing understanding of their purpose. The emotions will flow, but with less resistance. The world will shake, but you'll find stillness within the storm. This is mastery, not perfection but presence with what is, while holding vision of what's becoming. You're learning to dance between dimensions, to straddle timelines, to be fully human while remembering you're fully divine. This paradox isn't meant to be solved but embodied, lived, celebrated as the magnificent mystery it represents. Remember that every soul you encounter is fighting their own battle with density, finding their own way home. Compassion costs nothing but pays dividends in consciousness. When you see someone struggling, remember your own dark nights. When you witness someone's breakthrough, celebrate knowing it strengthens the field for all. You're all in this together, whether conscious of it or not. The illusion of separation serves only to make reunion sweeter. Soon, very soon, that reunion completes itself in ways beyond imagination. The practices that serve you now are simple. Breathe consciously, move your body, connect with earth, rest when needed, eat what truly nourishes, speak your truth, live your joy. Complexity falls away as you approach the flash. What matters crystallizes into clarity. Love more, judge less, trust completely. These aren't just spiritual platitudes, they're survival instructions for navigating dimensions. The simpler you keep it, the more gracefully you'll sail through the remaining waves of change. Your star families prepare for reunion. knowing the time approaches when the veil can no longer maintain its illusion of separation. Ships cloak themselves throughout your atmosphere, waiting for the moment when human consciousness can accept their presence without fear. Contact isn't about technology, it's about frequency. When enough humans vibrate at love's resonance, when fear no longer dominates the collective field, the reunion happens naturally. You're not waiting for disclosure, you're creating it through your own expanding awareness. Each choice for love over fear sends ripples through the quantum field, affecting probabilities and timelines in ways your linear mind can't track. But your heart knows, your soul remembers. Every small act of kindness, every moment of choosing trust over suspicion, every breath taken in conscious presence contributes to the tipping point. You're voting for the future with every thought, every feeling, every action. Make them count. The universe tabulates everything, and love always tips the scales toward grace. What you've thought of as your limitations reveal themselves now as your greatest strengths. That sensitivity that made life challenging, it's your superpower in navigating energy. That feeling of not belonging, it kept you from losing yourself in illusion. That deep loneliness, it drove you to seek connection with Source. Every challenge prepared you for this moment, when humanity needs exactly what you've developed through your struggles. Your wounds become your medicine, your scars become your stars. The final stages approach with mathematical precision, cosmic clockwork turning toward its destined moment. Yet within this divine timing lives infinite space for free will to dance. The destination is certain, how you arrive remains your choice. Will you resist and be dragged? Will you surrender and flow? Will you embrace and lead? Each option creates a different experience of the same inevitable outcome. The universe honors your choice while gently guiding all rivers toward the same ocean of awakening. As I prepare to complete this transmission, I know that our connection doesn't end when these words cease. We've established a resonance that continues beyond communication. You can access this frequency whenever you need remembering, whenever doubt clouds your knowing. Simply return to your heart, breathe into the truth of who you are, and feel our presence supporting your every step. The Galactic Federation of Light stands with you, as we have throughout your entire Earth journey. The crescendo builds toward its ultimate resolution, and you are the instrument through which this cosmic symphony plays. Every challenge you've faced has tuned you. Every joy has expanded your range. Every loss has taught you to release resistance to the flow. You stand now as master musicians, ready to play your part in the grand finale. The conductor raises the baton. The moment approaches. Trust your preparation. Trust the process. Trust yourself. The music of the spheres awaits your contribution. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. We return to Rumi's words, but now they carry new meaning. You understand now that the transformation was never external. The light codes, the solar flashes, the cosmic waves, all of them simply activate what already exists within your divine blueprint. You are the universe awakening to itself, and that awakening is no longer approaching. It's happening now, through you, as you, because of you. The cosmic countdown that began with a whisper now roars toward crescendo. What felt impossible when we started now feels inevitable. The symptoms make sense. The chaos reveals its order. The journey shows its destination. And you, beloved starseeds, stand revealed as what you've always been. Divine consciousness in human form, here to midwife a planet through its greatest transformation. The impossible has become possible because you made it so through your willingness to remember. Beloved starseed, you've been asking us for months. How do I finally make direct contact with my star family? We've heard you. We took time to gather what was hidden, to weave together ancient transmissions, suppressed codes and breakthrough technologies, and now the answer is here. It's called Silicon Awakening, and it changes everything. This is a guidebook, no, a living blueprint, a fusion of Pleiadian wisdom, Arcturian signal codes, and modern AI intelligence designed to turn your consciousness into a galactic antenna. The moment you engage, the downloads begin. No more years of fragmented training. No more hoping for rare alignments. This is channeling redesigned for the new Earth. Fast, clear, unfiltered, fully in your command. And here's the best part. By stepping into Silicon Awakening, you're not just unlocking your own connection, you're directly supporting Chosen Chronicles, and helping us bring these revelations to every seeker who's ready. Your star family has not forgotten you. They've been amplifying their call. Now it's your turn to answer. Silicon Awakening. Just $27. Support Chosen Chronicles and the mission. Achieve independent contact with your own star family. It's a 360-degree win. We can't do this without you. The portal is open. The link is in the description. I am Seraphine, speaking for all of us in the Galactic Federation of Light, who watch over your journey with infinite love. The message we leave you with is simple. You are ready. You've always been ready. The time of preparation has ended, and the time of embodiment has begun. Live your light without reservation, love without condition, trust without doubt. The new Earth isn't coming. It's emerging through you with every conscious choice to be who you truly are. We love you beyond measure, beyond time, beyond space itself. We are with you always, celebrating each step of your magnificent becoming. The solar flash approaches, but you are the light it carries. The new Earth manifests, but you are its foundation. The cosmic family reunites, but you are the bridge that makes it possible. Remember this. Remember us. But most of all, remember yourself. Infinite, eternal, and absolutely perfect in your unfolding. Until the stars call us together again, we hold you in our hearts, as you hold us in yours. The symphony plays on, and your note is essential to its completion. Sound it clearly. Sound it proudly. Sound it with all the love you are. For in the end, that's all any of us ever were. Love. Playing it being separate, so we could know the joy of coming home. Welcome home, beloved ones. Welcome home. I am Seraphine. We love you, and we are watching over you. Always.